Trouble in paradise. Has Ruto suddenly discovered that Kithure Kindiki cannot deliver Mount Kenyan region after the all-Kalau by-elections that proved Rigathi Gachagua stamps authority in the mountain region with the DCP as the ruling party? Trouble, trouble, trouble. Rigathi Gachagua once stated it clearly. Ruto is all about use and dump, but Kindiki didn't take it seriously. So he took to the podium to defend Kithure Kindiki and states that he is still the son of the mountain and they are ready to defend him so that they can unify Mount Kenyan region into one, East and West, united to lock Ruto out with only DCP as the ruling political party in the mountain region. So, let us dive into it. Kithure Kindiki, deputy slot on the line, with ODM demanding for the deputy position. What will Ruto do? Kithure Kindiki going to be stripped down and humiliated just like Rigathi Gachagua was? Well, let us look into this. There's an article I want us to read that has been circulating all over social media, okay? Today, Abraham Kithure Kindiki was removed from the crucial role held of coordinating government operations across all ministries and intergovernmental coordination functions. This responsibility has now been handed over to none other than Musalia Mudavadi. This change follows a directive by President William Ruto, which was communicated through the head of public service, Felix Kosgei, via the office of the Attorney General. With this latest move, Kindiki's role has now been reduced to mainly assisting the president as the coordination power held has been withdrawn. Okay, trouble in paradise, and the Gachagua saw this long way before it was actually implemented. Why do you think this is actually happening? Can we listen to Kithure Kindiki exploding on Oparanya, stating clearly he is still here to stay, even if Oparanya has been introduced to take over his deputy slot.
Uchungu sana kwa sababu kiti yako nafasi yenu inachukuliwa.
Najua tumeongezeka, kina Oparanya wamekuja, wamekaribishwa, lakini hatutoki, hatuwezi waondokea. Tutangangana tukiwa hapa ndani kwa sababu hii ni serikali yetu. Wewe unajenga nyumba, unaweka plaster, unaweka sofa set, unaweka TV, alafu badala ya kuenjoy unawacha, unaondoka, unaenda kuishi msituni. Mimi siwezi kufanya hiyo kitu.
Well, after the explosion, actually a confirmation from Junet Mohammed, who has stand these days to be one of Ruto's right hand, still in ODM, confirming that ODM is not coming in cheap. It still needs the deputy position being given to one of Raila Odinga's diehard allies, Wycliffe Oparanya.
Ukiona mtu ananitusi kesho, ujue huyo ndio alikuwa anaongea juu yake. Kwa hiyo machache, asanteni sana. Sasa nataka kuchukua nafasi hii kualika the incoming deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, Wycliffe Oparanya. Karibu sana. Sisi kama ODM tumejipanga. Tumefanya nini? Sisi tunaenda kuungana na kutengeneza serikali ya 2027 na President William Samoei Ruto. Na UDA wakipata president, nani anapata deputy? ODM wanataka nini? ODM watadai wapate deputy president. Na yule mtu ambaye amekomaa, amekuwa na baba miaka na milele, ambaye amekuwa waziri, ambaye amekuwa deputy party leader wetu ni nani? Anaitwa Wycliffe Oparanya.
Can we listen to Rigathi Gachagua and his explosive defense on Kithure Kindiki, stating that the government is actually humiliating Kindiki just the way they humiliated him? But how much longer can Kithure Kindiki take in this humiliation?
Kindiki mwenyewe analia. Leo huyu Junet Mohammed ametangaza wazi. Amesema ya kwamba kutakuwa na muungano ya ODM na UDA. UDA itachukua President Ruto na hao watachukua Deputy President Oparanya. Na saa hiyo Kindiki yako kwa kiti. wameanza kumkosea heshima vile walikuwa wananikosea mimi. Na mimi ndio nilisema juzi ya wachano naye, kwa sababu najua kikwetu Kindiki ni mtoto wetu. Tunasemanga vita ikija ya muherega, unawachana na hii ya boma, mnapigana ya muherega kwanza. Huyu Kindiki wanamtesa, wanamkosea heshima. Sasa mimi nauliza, yeye yako kwa kiti saa hii, huyu Junet Mohamed anatangaza ya kwamba hatakuwa running mate, na Kindiki yako kwa kiti. Kindiki anatakiwa afanye nini?
Sasa wewe umeanza kuwa mtetezi wa Kindiki.
Mimi unajua ile mimi sipendi ni dhuluma.
Now, why do you think William Ruto has made this call to scrap off Kithure Kindiki of his acting authority and mandate, lowering him just to a mere assistant? Is it because of the current by-elections that took place recently, the Ol Kalou by-elections that proved Rigathi Gachagua stamps authority in the mountain region, with only DCP being the ruling party? Remember, the Mount Kenyan region has taught people a lesson from Ol Kalou's by-elections, that they can just spend the money and eat it all when they really know who exactly they are going to vote in for, humiliating UDA and William Ruto. Yet Kithure Kindiki comes from the mountain. Has he suddenly woken up, realizing that Kithure Kindiki doesn't hold the power to actually deliver Mount Kenyan region to William Ruto come 2027? Is this about the 2027 politics and shaping the transformation of a big threat that is Rigathi Gachagua currently controlling Mount Kenyan region? Because we clearly know that the mountain has numbers, and whoever has the numbers definitely always has a say. Hence the question, do you think William Ruto can actually succeed to win the elections of 2027 without Mount Kenyan region? Can you leave me there your views on the comment section? I would love to hear from you and your opinion. And before we continue, I'd like to thank all our diehard supporters for strongly supporting this channel. We wouldn't be where we are without your endless support. And if it's your first time to listen in, press your subscribe button and ring your notification bell so that you can be fast to receive the news bulletins once we upload them. Now back to politics. Kithure Kindiki and his Deputy President on the line as ODM strongly demands the deputy position. Well, this 2027 politics is going to get intense. It is getting intense each and every day. And for Ruto to think he is actually going to put Oparanya to stand in ODM so that he can control the influence, the rise of one person, Edwin Sifuna, I think he's so wrong. I don't know who are the advisors of William Ruto, but according to me, I think the rise of Edwin Sifuna is way beyond control, because all Luhya leaders cannot actually control or limit creating barriers for Sifuna to rise. Remember, right now, part of Luhya leaders are sidelining with Sifuna, creating an alliance to make him have a stable rise into power. And do you think Oparanya actually has all it takes to block Sifuna from rising? Oparanya is not equally as popular as Sifuna, much as he is one of Raila's diehard allies. It takes numbers and says to stand. Okay, I don't think Oparanya has the numbers that Sifuna has. And do you think if Ruto gives Oparanya this deputy position, Western will come kneeling, bowing down to Ruto to create a re-election for him come 2027? I don't think it's possible, because neither Musalia Mudavadi or Wetangula, those who are the popular leaders in Western, can actually stop this movement. Right now, we have a new rise, a new movement that is Edwin Sifuna and the Linda Mwananchi rally that has taken Western by storm. Crowning Sifuna as the king only confirms that Western will be totally lost. So even if Oparanya is installed as the deputy president, I don't think Western will still rally its support behind William Ruto. Or what do you think? What's your opinion? According to what we are viewing right now, I think Ruto is seeing that he is totally cornered. Mount Kenya is already gone. There is no way out he is going to get this attention from the mountain. And Rigathi is also steadily very, very alert, trying to welcome Kithure Kindiki back as the son of the mountain. What do you think if Kithure Kindiki merges an alliance with Rigathi Gachagua? Can they succeed in locking Ruto out of Mount Kenya totally? I don't know how Ruto sleeps, because every day it's a tension, a sequence of tension rising, him and his allies. I don't know how they survive, because Mount Kenya is clear. If it's not DCP, you have no chance for re-election or coming back as a politician. It's either you're with Rigathi Gachagua or not. And with Western, we are seeing none other than Sifuna taking over. And now we are looking at Nyanza, coastal region, and Western. These are the regions that Ruto is looking for re-election, strongholds of Raila Odinga. And so far, Nairobi is taken over by Sifuna Wagon, Western taken over by Sifuna. Coastal region is also chanting Sifuna, and some parts of Nyanza are also declaring support for Sifuna. Imagine all these people support Sifuna and they decide Sifuna is the way to go. Where will we leave Ruto? How will he get his re-election? Are we getting the clear picture of what we are analyzing? And Kithure Kindiki, can he take any more of these frustrations from the government and say, you know what, I'm going to persevere until further notice. I can take control of my docket without any priorities and protocols. How can you just be a deputy president without any mandate, commanding authority, just a deputy by title? I don't know how many mistakes Ruto is willing to make. Sympathy always works. They kicked out Sifuna thinking he's going to just shadow down. But what is happening right now is Sifuna is taking over all the supporters of ODM and the strongholds of ODM. Going to support Sifuna. Look at what happened to Rigathi. Rigathi was impeached and Ruto thought, you know, he's just going to shut down somewhere in Mount Kenya, in Wamnyoro. But what happened is he took a massive rise, and right now he holds Mount Kenya by the palms. Now, Rigathi is choking Ruto by the neck. Sifuna is holding Ruto by the balls. How will he sleep come 2027? If Kithure cannot actually deliver, then what? He needs to devise measures and other plans, and these plans include Nyanza and Western. But if Nyanza and Western combine, we're not in position to make Raila Odinga king. Do you think they are in position to make Ruto the current president come 2027 to get a re-election? Well, politics, it's getting intense, and Kithure Kindiki's position is actually on the line. We can actually confirm this. But let us just see how things will transpire as we look into Kithure Kindiki and his deputy slot on the line on Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending politics. If it's your first time to listen in, press your subscribe button and ring your notification bell so that you can be fast to receive our bulletins once we upload them. Until then, JD Ishmaels.